I'm so happy to be back with another live with another client. We're going to be inviting Nagla to join us. She's one of my clients in the Business Accelerator group coaching program. And today we're going to be talking about her experience inside the program. We're going to talk about her journey, where she was. Hi, Abir. We're going to talk about her experience, where she was before joining my program, what we worked on together in detail inside the program so you can get a feeling of what it's like working with me. And she's going to be sharing with us her experience and what she's feeling right now and where her business is. So I'm going to be inviting Nagla to join us here. La la. I shared it with you. Hello, Abir. Hello, Raneen. And now Nagla will. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome. How is Cairo treating you?
Cairo is treating me very well.
Yeah. Excellent. Thanks for jumping on. So, can we first start with an introduction with what do you do and why did you start your business? I always like to start with that.
Great. So, hi everyone. I'm Nagla. I am based between Barcelona and Cairo, where I currently am at the moment. And I am a brand strategist and digital experience consultant. I work globally with brands in hospitality, in food, wine, tourism, and tech to help them build their brands and create seamless experiences.
Amazing. So, why did you start your business?
So the summary is that I started it for bureaucratic reasons because I had always been an employee before that. But I've always been drawn to solving challenging business problems. So let's say I'm working one of the situations where I was in was an advertising agency, and at some point the entire team decided to leave, and I had the option to either leave or go join their Dubai team or start the department all over again. And guess which one I chose? I did that one. Then after a while, when I realized COVID started a month after I had made the move into freelance and to become a business owner myself, right? I'm business building empires for others. Why not do it for myself? COVID hit, and that's when I had to pivot and come up with new ways to make it work. So that's how that started.
Amazing, amazing. So Nagla has been with me now 8 months, I believe, in the program. She actually renewed. So before we get into what the Business Accelerator helped you with and what we worked on together, tell me about your experience running your brand consultancy business before working with me. I would like them to know how it was before, and then we'll talk about what we ended up working on together.
So, other than the fact that Ali is a dear friend and I thought that her work was wonderful, it took me 2 years of her telling me about this for me to get to reach a point where I hit a wall and I realized I do this for a living, but for me there was something that wasn't working and I was hitting a wall when it came to doing it for myself. So I decided to finally seek help, and it's beyond tools. It was in my case, we can go into the more details later, but it was a lot of it had nothing to do with the tools or the skills or the qualifications. You know, I have 2 master's degrees in branding and marketing. I've worked and built departments all over the world. However, I sit down and I have to look at the blank page to update my portfolio, and it was just heavy. It was hard for me.
Mm.
And I think that I just decided I figured anything is going to be more. Why not try it? Because you know, I live in Spain. I've been living there for 8 years, and there's this saying that always comes to mind when I talk about this, and it's nada cambia si nada cambia. So nothing changes if nothing changes. Meaning, if I stay the same, if I don't sign up to something new, if I don't try something new, I'm just going to stay there. So I decided to change something and signed up.
Amazing. And I'm so glad you did. I always, the way I invested my own business coach is that she asked me this very tough question. She's like, do you want to be in the same place a year from now? And I was looking at my bedroom. I was alone in Barcelona. I had COVID. I was alone for Christmas, barely making any ends meet. You know how expensive Barcelona is? And I'm like, no, I don't want to be here from now. And I think that also was the situation for you. And sadly, a lot of clients come to me when they've hit the wall so many times. And I'm like, please don't let yourself get there. Try to get support before. Excellent. All right. So now it's been like 6 to 8 months together. Can you specify to our community what did we actually work on together? What have you already worked on that you didn't have before, and what were you able to achieve together in the program?
So I would say that in my case, my biggest problems. Alia may have a different opinion on that, but I felt that I had an issue with mindset. So and funnily enough, it's the thing she tells us to start with the first. And guess what I did? It was what I skipped, and
No.
I did not touch it for a while. It took me for 2 months, even though I completed all of the other. I was so eager to finish everything else because I'm also juggling my day-to-day work. So I figured, okay, let me work on what's gonna bring in the money. So I started
Mm,
on that. But the thing is that the money is not that I wasn't bringing in the money because of that, if anything, right? So yeah, so that's definitely something that she's helped me a lot with. I think I have a more of an abundance approach to mindset now. I realized that I was self-sabotaging, especially with regards to proposals, and essentially setting a proper system in place so that I can free up all of this extra. Everything that can be automated, and you have time to shine for your clients, because in the end of the day, at the end of the day, all I'm doing is I'm trying to show up better, to show up for myself so that I can show up for my clients. So
exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
that's
Amazing.
that's the main thing. Yes.
So let's talk about that. So I give my clients a mindset training boot camp, you could say, based on the many books and workshops and training I got coached on myself, right? Because I'm not a mindset coach. This is very important, but I give them a mini training and just raise their awareness on things that nobody talks about. One of them is money mindset, law of attraction, believing in abundance, working on a vision board, like a very practical vision board. So most of my clients come to me like, I want more money, I want more clients. I'm like, no, specific. Get specific. The more specific you are with the universe, that's how specific it will deliver, right? So I believe we worked on that together. So what were your biggest aha moments, like during the time together and being with other people in the program? Like what were some of the manifestations that you were able to bring on? And I don't know, I think you didn't believe in that before, right?
No, it's not. I think
So
I
can you?
actually I did the opposite. I was manifesting everything going wrong. So it did go wrong,
Mm,
right? So
mm,
I had
mm,
started to believe that it's all because this is the kind of thing that happens with me. And I would get, yeah, I would get scolded. But I needed that because honestly, I didn't I was so surprised. I can share an example or two wherein the situation, it was just, I mean, it's coincidental clearly, but I think I would not have approached it in the same way if I had the same limiting mindset, right? So one of the examples, for example, is I go every year to this forum that's called the Gastro Forum in Barcelona. It's where it's essentially like it's the biggest conference for anyone and any business in hospitality, hosteleria, food, etc.,
mm,
etc. And brands from all over the world and names from all over the world come there for the Michelin star hotels, restaurants,
mm,
the Michelin star chefs, the restaurants, they're all there, right? And I went to this talk um, because to this talk where one of the leading food designers and strategists in Barcelona, one of the uh, the agencies was there, and they were giving a talk, and there weren't that many people there, but I decided to go because I've always thought they were super cool.
Mm.
And I sat in the front row, and I paid attention to the entire. I did not look at my phone the entire time. After the talk was done, I actually had the owner of the agency who gave the talk approach me out of the blue and tell me that he was so surprised that I was paying attention the entire time, and that he used me as an anchor because he thought that the energy that I don't know, I mean, that I was so into
Mm.
I was focused on the value that he was giving, and he just wanted to approach me and thank me because he felt that this helped him get through the to the talk, and even invited me to go visit their office.
Which is
When
amazing.
I would have probably, I thought about writing them so many times, and I kept saying to myself, like, yeah, I mean, why would they write back? You know,
Limiting beliefs. Yes, yeah.
that's one of the examples.
It's amazing.
Um,
That's your own energy high on vibration, believing that there's amazing energy, amazing opportunities out there. And already that level of awareness to remove yourself from self-sabotage, to start thinking on what you can actually attract rather on like limiting ourselves is already, it actually sets the playground for the fun stuff, right? And this is actually why mindset is so important. Excellent. Thank you so much for sharing that. Can we talk about what is the best part in the community that you're in? Like now that you've been together for 8 months and you've seen clients come in and out of the group coaching community. Can you share a bit about that and your experience so far, as well as your accountability partners?
so first off, the community is fantastic. Shout out to everyone. I will see you
Thank
later
you.
on the call. So, right, the community is fantastic. I have to say that at first I didn't understand, I didn't fully grasp the value, and I figured that I'm just going to focus more on the modules. But the more I felt that I was slacking off, the worse I start, like the more I went into the old habits, right? But it was the community that got me out of it because I realized I wasn't the only one who was sometimes slacking
Mm,
off, and we were encouraging each other. We were kind to ourselves, and if you're sick for a week, it's fine. If you skip, it's all right. And we were supporting each other through it. You realize that everyone is going through the same thing, and everyone's journey is different, of course, but there's there are people that are just starting when I'm maybe in the middle of it, and there's someone who's just left. So you see different aspects, right? You see the different phases, and you know that you almost constantly see your path, right? Because that's where you were a week ago
mm,
or a month ago, and that's where you are right now, and that's where you
mm,
will be
mm.
if you keep going.
Love that.
So it was very interesting, and I don't know. You start to see how we can grow together, right? A lot of people have done barter deals,
Mm.
and others have actually learned a lot from each other. So, you know, that way we're fostering
Accountable.
growth.
Yeah.
I needed the accountability. I am the kind of person that, unfortunately, if it's for work, I will show up. If it's for me, for example, for me to sign up to start working out to do things I don't like, I needed to sign up to work with someone, because then I valued their time so much that I could not skip,
Yeah.
right? I needed that accountability to get started. Now I crave the workout, right? And it's
Yeah.
the same with this. I hated outreach with a passion.
Mm,
I can do
mm,
it for clients, but to do it for
mm.
myself, I did
Yeah.
not like it because it felt icky, right?
Mm.
I'm sure everyone feels that. But now I'm focused on doing more outreach. I love it because we forgot to be social on socials.
Mm-hmm.
That is the biggest problem, and people buy from people. So we need to, you know.
Show up for them. Exactly. I love that. Um, Perfect. So in this program, the business group program, just for anyone that's not aware, we have accountability partners, right? Because usually we're used to having a teacher to do the work for. We're used to having a manager. And now when we're self-employed, we lack that self-discipline. So even myself, I learned the hard way that I was not self-disciplined and I needed to pay someone to be more disciplined. And this is why we created in the program accountability circles, where everybody in the group, now it's becoming mini accountability circles, is accountable to each other, where they meet on a regular basis, other than the group coaching calls that we will actually have in 1 hour, which is every week. And we even created an accountability tracking sheet where you put your goals in front of everyone, right? Because we hold others more important to our own setting our goals. Where you share your monthly goals, what you're going to be working on. You're telling people I'm working on these weekly tasks and what you achieved at the end of the month. How has your experience been about talking about your goals and then talking about what you achieved and what were the challenges there? We've been doing this now for the last couple of months. Has this helped you to progress faster in the program?
Yeah, so I I did not like talking about my goals at first because I almost felt like it overwhelmed me, right? And so because I want to do it all, and I know that I'm capable, except the problem is it's not that, right? It's the fact that you need to break it down so that you're able to manage it all, and you're not
Mm-hmm.
overwhelmed,
Mm-hmm.
which will then, cause you to freeze. So that was one of my issues, and I felt that with the team, doing it with the team was what helped me through and helped me learn to break it down on my own. Because again, this is all not about clients. For me, I've never had that problem for clients, right? It's always when it comes to doing things for myself, because I'd rather spend my time or dedicate it to offering my services, right? So it was that shift to actually bring it back and give value to me, building better structures and organizing things better so that I can be more present, right? And I found that with the community and the way that we have done things, it's it's been uh, it's been very cool because we also have two levels of we get two levels of sort of not accountability, but like I can share with my team or with my accountability circle. They look at my goals. Maybe they'll tell me this is a bit of a stretch, right? You maybe reduce it a little bit, and then it reaches you. So it's been checked twice before it actually goes public, and it's almost we get to celebrate those small wins. So you don't feel it lessens the pressure, right? It's not like, oh my God, what if I put this out there to the
Yeah,
world?
I love that. So now how do you feel about your business? Like, how are you? What are you working on right now? Like, and how do you feel about your business right now?
I feel that I got a lot of clarity on my business. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm getting there. And the reason why I had started in the first place was that I needed to rebrand and reposition myself. And as someone who does this for a living for others, do brand strategy, do brand design systems, etc. It's not the sitting down and doing it. I needed clarity on I where I can be and where I want to go, uh, especially when I hadn't updated my portfolio in 6 years at some point, right? I had so much work done at that point, and I had to wake up to the realization that my positioning no longer reflected the years of experience, all the studies, the master's degrees, the projects that I worked on, and I needed to remove myself from this limiting positioning and actually bring clarity. Because if I'm confused with regards to what I'm offering, how is the customer, how am I going to be able to do that for my clients, right? So that's how I feel that it's clearer. I feel that it's every day it's getting even better. And yeah, I'm excited about what's to come. I'm gonna start updating things on the website. I'm gonna be sharing a lot of these different projects. And I will be working on a masterclass at some point, as well as a lead magnet to help the clients.
Amazing, amazing. Those are very big and exciting projects. You should be patting yourself on the back. celebrating the wins. This is very important when you said that because we're on our own, we never celebrate those mini wins. And that's why I like to always ask my clients, what are you working on? What did you achieve? And how are you currently feeling? Because this tapping into our awareness is important, because if we don't, we end up just chasing, doing things and never taking time to self-reflect, never taking time to like, good job, look what we achieved, look where we were and look where we are now. That's really, really important. Sadly, in business school, no one teaches us this. Nobody talks about this as much. It's all about the hustle and go, go, go. And in the end, we do the go, go, go. We are caffeinated 5 times a day, and then in the end, we barely get any results because we never took time to breathe, never took time to assess, never took time to celebrate, to have other people celebrating us, you know. And so I'm so glad that you decided to come into my container, and at a much better place where you were a couple of months ago. Any final thoughts you'd like to add to anybody that's been thinking about working with me or joining the Business Accelerator?
Yes. So I'd like to say two things. First is going to be about that. I think if you find yourself stuck, if you're looking to scale but require clarity or want to learn, sometimes, honestly, experts find it the hardest to ask for help. And guess what? If we don't, then we need to constantly evolve to better ourselves and evolve our services so that we can be better for the clients, right? And investing in yourself isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. So I think that people should do that. And the second thing I'd like to add, aside from that, is I wanted to publishing more and more about some of the different services that I do, because I realized that they're not very well known. People don't understand, what they really need, what they really mean. And I want to actually shift focus and start educating people on all of these different on how they can improve their businesses and how I can help. And that, honestly, guys, design is a science. It's branding is a science. It's really cool. Branding nerd here, but you know, okay. Feel free to follow if you want to learn more.
Of course, of course. And they will find your new lead magnets. Excellent. Nagla, thank you so much for your time. I will see you in an hour for a group call. If anybody wants a brand consultant, make sure to connect with Nagla on Creative Brand Builder right here. I will tag her. And you can message me if you're interested to enroll in the Business Accelerator. And we'll speak soon. Bye, Nagla. Speak to you soon. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.